All right, so the next thing that we're gonna go over is single leg balance. So single leg balance is pretty simple. It's literally just getting comfortable being up on one foot. All right, so first things first, you wanna be on an even surface, because if you hop up on this one foot and you don't understand weight distribution in your skate, you're gonna start rolling away. All right, so find you a texture surface so you're not worried about rolling away, or a flat surface that you're already comfortable on. And I want you to have your feet shoulder width apart, lean to one side. That foot's pretty light at this point, so go ahead and just lift it up. You can keep it close to the ground. When you lift, you most likely have to press your leg out in order to get that lift that you're looking for, right? And when we do this as an exercise, holding it stationary right here, this foot can be pretty low to the ground. I'm not touching the ground, but if I lose my balance, I can go right back down. Okay, so we're here holding our single leg balance. A few of the things that I want you to do while you're here is practice different foot position with your off leg. All right, this is gonna create strength, range of motion, so that you're more comfortable in this position. Also notice that I'm on my outer edges. All right, I'm gonna demonstrate some of the things that I want you to do. Foot across the front, foot out to the side, foot around in the back, high knee in the back, high knee in the front. All right, and then we can talk about some of the crazier things that you can do, dropping into a pistol squat or some sort of coffin drop right here, or whatever, fitness people call that, the dragon squat, things of that nature. So single leg balance is really that simple. Think of it like a plank. This is a static exercise. So normally whenever you have exercises, you're either pushing or you're pulling, but you can also hold, right? And we call these static exercises such as a plank, where you're just flat and you're holding it. We're just here and we're holding that one foot. I promise you, if you hold this for like 2 minutes and you just go from here, slowly around to the front, slowly, even slower than this, around to the back, and you just work all of these different positions, you will start to fatigue and you will get stronger because of it. So don't be afraid to just spend some time there. Once you're comfortable stationary, then it's time to put it on the move. All right, so same thing applies. We're gonna shift our weight before we lift up and have that foot hovering low to the ground. That way we're nice and safe and can catch ourselves if we feel like we're about to lose our balance. All right, so I'm on my one foot, and then I'm gonna mess with all those different positions as well here. Ride it out here. Each one of these positions require a different type of balance. So body position matters a lot when it comes to single leg balance. Holding your balance here in this position is slightly different than right here. It's a very, very minor detail, but both of those work very differently. They operate very differently. And right now, since we're only holding our single leg, you're not gonna see the difference. But when you're doing something extremely technical, like a single leg pivot, where your leg is in front or in the back, is when you'll really start to notice how those small technical details create a very large difference in how this move is performed. So I'm gonna show you, for example, if I was here and I wanted to pivot around, that balance is very different than if I was here and I pivoted around. One of them is a lot more front heavy and the other one is very back heavy. And that matters a lot when you're pivoting on one foot, where you're pressing into your toes and then pressing into your heels. It's gonna change how you approach that move. So it's very important to get comfortable with all of these foot positions, especially if you're a stylistic skater trying to learn something like JB. Those are essential foot positions to have in your bag. I wanna add one more thing. You don't have to only travel in straight lines. You can also hold that single foot in circles. Now this is on our curriculum board as more of an intermediate move, but at this level, once you get comfortable with it, you can go ahead and go for it and just hold that single leg in some form of a circle and start to feel those edges while you're up on that one foot. All right, you'll get a better idea of how your edges work when you're on one foot versus 2 feet. But I would suggest, if you're gonna go for that, try it on 2 feet first with a 2 foot sway. But I would suggest, if you plan on doing that single leg maneuver, go 2 feet first. So I have both feet on the ground. I'm gonna lean and feel that sway, right? You could also implement the windshield wiper technique so you can sway side to side, and then you pick that foot up and you try it on one foot. This will really give you a great idea of what's going on with your edges once you're on one foot, because all of your body weight is going into that single edge, and then it exaggerates all of your movements.